Alright, Scorpio, going straight into this video right after the first one that I did. We are going to talk about something that I wrote for you last night. It's a pretty deep message. I will try to tag in the comment section the first video I did and this one because they might even be connected. It just makes sense that they would be for some. But anyway, this is for Scorpio or Scorpio cross-watcher. Feel free to reverse this if you need to. This could even be someone connected to you somehow, going through this, or they're this way towards others in their life. I think I'm going to call this one possibly Ashes to Ashes and Dust to Dust, and the reason is it has nothing to do with death, okay? Just the death of how someone has seen love or allowed love in their life and things like that. Someone's changed here. Very different now. Walls are up, guards are up. Damage to a degree, you could call it that. I don't know anybody who's not, anybody who says they're not. I don't know anybody who's not, some more than others. But just maybe not even damage, just like I'm smarter now. I'm more protective of myself now. So the reason I was going to title it Ashes to Ashes and Dust to Dust is because as I was writing this for you guys yesterday, I was kind of meditating on your energy and sitting on the floor and just writing. Almost like, was it mindless writing? And I got everything I'm getting here was like I was in your head or someone's head, whoever this is, cross-watcher. And I got a clip in my mind from the movie, one of the Sister Act movies. I think there's more than one. No, I know there is, but is there more than two? I feel like there's a Sister Act 3, maybe not. But there's a part where, well, I sent it to myself. I looked it up. Where she goes, ashes to ashes and dust to dust, show me a man that a woman can trust. Have you guys heard that? Do you know what I'm talking about? So I looked it up, and that's an actual song. I don't know if the song was made after the movie or if the song was a long time ago song made and the movie referenced it. This could also be ashes to ashes, dust to dust, show me a woman a man could trust. So it could go either way. Here we go. It's by Woody Guthrie. It's a Woody Guthrie song. All right. I'm just going to read a little bit, okay? Ashes to ashes and dust to dust, show me a woman that a man can trust. So you can go either way. Snakes on the desert and fish in the sea, a rattlesnake mama made a sucker out of me. Oh, tell me how long I must have to wait. Can I get to know now, or must I hesitate? Bacon to bacon and beans to beans, I got a cornbread mama in New Orleans. Turtles in the river, alligators in the swamp, a Louisiana mama keeps a man on the jump. Oh, tell me how long must I have to wait? It's beer to beer and ale to ale. I got a LA mama in the Frisco jail. Gold in the mountains, copper in the hills. They caught my gal with a 40-gallon still. Oh, tell me how long. Basically, I love this. Like, that's a really cool song, and it's definitely painting the picture of, can I trust anybody out there? Hello? Is there anybody? And that's exactly what I'm getting. So let me read you what I wrote yesterday, basically. It's like I tapped into somebody's mind. It's probably not perfectly written because, again, I was just kind of mindlessly writing. And so just whatever was coming out, okay? I haven't given up yet. I have thick skin. However, this life has rendered me cautious. Who out there is trustworthy? Who out there is genuine and true? Not only to others, but first themselves. Who genuinely knows themselves and searches their own heart? Who constantly seeks growth and self-expansion? Who is safe enough to let my guard down with? I have so many questions and the answers are scarce. I still find potential in the arrival of authenticity, though the presence of it is rare. There is still faith in me that all is not hopeless or lost, but I tire of constantly being disappointed. Love has worn me down like an old sweater, and I am unraveling at the seams. Still, I wear it, hopeful it might provide some kind of warmth and shelter. Yet I am reminded time and time again that this old sweater of love is overdue for retirement. Tell me why I don't just give up on love altogether, when it so often has shown me its truth. I'm conflicted. I want it, but I don't. The scars are daily reminders to proceed carefully. I want to love. I want to let love in. But what is true love anyway? There is always this inner voice that tells me never to get too comfortable. At this moment in time, I would rather stay as I am and work through things on my own. I feel safe with myself. I have hurt and I have been hurt. Now I don't know what I feel. Numb. Then I wrote, usually when we give up, things happen. Maybe not how we originally thought they needed to happen before we gave up, but they end up happening. So usually when we surrender like that and we get to that place, as odd as that is, but that's just at least my experience with it. Of course, I'm always learning and unlearning, so I don't really know anything, because no sooner do I think I know something and then I end up learning something else. So there's several different ways things can go, honestly. But the way that it seems to me in my own personal life is when I straight up get to this energy, because I am in this energy now. So whoever I'm picking up on, totally relate. Usually that's when something happens. That may not be the something that we're expecting, but something happens to shift. It may not happen right away though. It's just really disheartening, you know? And so that's why I saved this message, even though I wrote it first. I saved this one for the second video because it can be perceived as heavy for some people and they may not want to hear it. But it's the truth. I mean, whoever's going through this is what someone's experiencing. It's their true, genuine experience with love and relationships, just like the song. I've met many of people, and maybe they don't all turn out the same way, or, you know, the lessons I learn are not the same, but is my picker broken? Do I just have a fucked up picker? Now listen, if you're watching me and you've been in a long-term marriage or relationship, this probably isn't going to resonate, because I feel like this is someone who is probably single. Unless it's not your message, but it's a message for someone connected to you. Like, this poor baby could be going through something, and I don't know why I just said it like that. Maybe they're younger than you, and it's just like, man, maybe I'm just meant to be single and, you know, shit like that. This is someone who's definitely got their walls up, totally understandable. And yet still, I love it because they still have like hope, or they still have you know, still holding space. They haven't thrown the old sweater away, so to speak. It's vintage now, you know. They still haven't given all the way up. Like, they're not saying I wouldn't. They may say aspects of love they wouldn't do it again or ever, or period, like marriage or children, but they're not giving up on love in general. Like, I believe in love, but I don't know if it's for me. I've referenced this before, but it's like Dorothy saying, is there anything in that bag for me? Or there's nothing in that bag for me. It's like for the Tin Man and the Lion, and, you know, but for me, is there anything in there for me? I get it. Like, I totally get it. It's like, I don't know. This may even be, some of you, you've been single a long time. And there may be moments where it's like, I can talk, I can get to date, I can meet people and things like that, but no. Or maybe someone who doesn't want to talk to anybody, but still somehow curious, because why would we be watching this video, you know? Oh, I totally understand that. Did I just spit? I totally understand a person like that, who it's like, I don't necessarily want to talk to anybody right now. I don't necessarily want to date anyone right now. I'm not even looking, and I'm not entertaining anyone. But deep down, there must still be this curiosity inside of me, because I still am interested to know who might be interested in me. Though, honestly, I can't tell you really where I stand with it. I really can't. Wow. Took me 3 sheets of paper to write this yesterday. Like, it took me which now makes sense. It took me so long to get this message out. What is furlough? Why am I hearing furlough? Furlough definition.
Here's the definition of furlough. suspension or discharge of a worker or workers on account of economic conditions or shortage of work, especially when temporary.
This has to do with love, though. Like you're in furlough or something to do with furlough, but it has to do like with love. Someone's quite poetic here, very deep, thinks deep. I can tell by the way they write. I can tell by the way their mind goes. But yeah, 3 sheets of paper yesterday. I couldn't get it out. Like, this isn't the one. No, this isn't it. This isn't it. And now reading that song makes total sense, right? Because everything that they say is like, right here he goes ham to ham, or she, ham to ham, eggs to eggs. If I don't get a pension, I'll have to beg. There's a lot of crooked policemen. It would all be right if it wasn't for them. I tried to get a job all over town, 700 places, they turned me down. They told me 6 weeks I could get relief, but I ain't got a bite to eat. This is a person who hasn't even struggled just in love, but period. It's like, you know? I mean, some people are like that. It's not thinking negative. It's somebody's reality here. Like, somebody's just used to this type of shit, you know? Just where it's like, what is life? What is life? And so I would say this is probably an extremely wise person now, because while everyone is distracted with one another, this individual is sitting back, seeing it all, seeing the truth of the economy, seeing the truth of what we consider authority, seeing the truth of love and people in general and all of us on an individual basis, seeing things that most people aren't. There's this guy I watch. I just started watching him. His video is suggested to me in the algorithm. Oh my god. He says he goes by like Tattooed Monkey. Hold on. What is his name? Okay, here we go. His channel name is Theoria. Theoria Apophasis. Anyway, this guy is brilliant. Brilliant. You can tell. You can just tell by the way he talks. You can tell. Anyway, I caught one of his lives the other day. I don't even really, he just talks about everything really, but he said, while all y'all were out there worried about getting wives and women and that, he was like, I was in the books, studying the books. That's the vibe here, and I don't know this guy's sign, but that's what I'm getting. Someone who's like, maybe I've done the dating and I've done all that too, but I finally got to a place where I haven't dated in a while, I've been alone, and I've just been observing everybody else and what they're interested in, and it's like a entire, to me, I'm seeing it as a distraction really. And yes, while it might be nice for myself as well, I'm not really impressed by the options out there. So until I see something that's impressive to me, or you know, on my level, either it ain't for me or whatever, and I can't trust or something like that. You know, if this is someone who hasn't been single a while, but they've just been constantly let down, they're now getting to a place, or if this is something that's going to happen, foreshadowing, they will get to a place, or you or somebody here, where it's like, I'm just going to study. I'm going to go inward instead of outward. That's what this guy said. That's why he popped in my head. That's why I'm talking about him, because I felt that shit. I felt that shit. He was like, yeah, well, all of you were out there worried about all this, and everybody else in your love life, I was in the books. He was like, I was the dork that didn't have a woman and didn't have all this, or whatever his wording was. But I mean, he's highly intelligent. This guy knows his shit. He's extremely independent, and you can tell that he's focused more inwardly, and then on the world and everything, sees the truth of things, uncovers things, because he's had plenty of time to do so. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting here. Someone saying, I'm going to focus, or I've been focusing for a while, whichever, on myself and gaining knowledge, uncovering truths about the world in which we live in, and humans and all of this. And that's what my love is going to be. My love for spirituality, my love for art, my love for, I don't know, anything, right? Books, learning. This isn't just someone who doesn't trust love. if that's even the right way to word it. They don't really trust anyone. They may trust certain people in their life, like their dad or their mom, or, you know, their children, if they have any, or close to their pets. But they don't really trust people because they see that, I'm hearing like people are on a specific mission here, and this person's on a different mission. This is, I don't know. I don't know how to describe this person. If this is you, this is you. A lot of you, I think it is you. I like it. It may come off as really callous and shut off and cold to other people. You're not, though. You're not. You're quite easy to get along with and easy to get to know and all that. You just don't spend most of your time trying to do all that. You spend most of your time getting to know yourself on a deeper level, reading things, educating yourself on things, and paying attention to what's going on elsewhere, all around. You have a lot of knowledge, a whole fucking lot of knowledge. Yeah, you could even be well-traveled or something. Some of you could be very knowledgeable about something spiritual, like very astrological, or even like political even, or military-ish. I get like a lot of vibes here. Survival, prepping, things like that. I hope this one made sense too. These are some deep messages lately, but I'm not shocked to get a deep one for you. Both were actually deep. Do you see why I think they're connected? The one I'm gonna put in the comments that came before this video. I think they could be the potential. They could be connected, where it's like. Except for that one, it's, you know, meaning basically, take this guy for example. He may end up having a person and getting with somebody, but it's only after he's gotten to a very independent and secure place in his own life first, and they kind of match his energy, you know? Like, that's what I see here. Yeah, otherwise he won't. He'll just be single forever, like whatever, you know? I don't see him hurting over it. He seems totally fine. So, yeah. Focusing on our own growth and our own dreams and our own passions of what we want to learn about, being in the know. Highly intellectual. And it's because we've gotten to a place where we see that no one's going to have our back but ourselves. So that's when the walls come up, when we start realizing that, like, nobody's gonna do the work for us or have our backs but ourselves. Or so we have to be like 10 steps ahead of the game. This is someone who they want to be ahead of things. You know, I get a single person, but if this is somebody in a relationship, they're probably well respected by their partner. Very well respected, and their partner respects their time. Like, they know that if this is you and you're in a relationship, they would know that you need your time to, like, maybe hermit or go away or go in the office and study, because you need a lot of that time to take shit in and go through your experiences. And this would be someone who would be understanding of that. But it took a long time to find this person, to y'all discover each other, you know? Like, this person understands your process or something. That you need your time and your space and whatever. They totally get it. But for the majority of you, I think whoever this is going to resonate with, cross-watcher, Scorpio, or it's happening on the outside of you with somebody needs their time and they enjoy being single. There's a part of them that's still kind of, you know, it's like it would be nice. But I trust no one. So there's that. Oh, yeah. I'm going to leave it there. I think we got what we needed. Thank you guys for being here with me again. Happy birthday, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.